Welcome, dear viewers, to a journey across the globe where we'll be venturing not into the heart of pristine wilderness or teeming coral reefs, but into the complex geopolitical landscape of our world. Our expedition today focuses on those places where caution is paramount, where the very act of travelling presents a significant risk. Based on the latest advice from the British government, we'll be your guides, highlighting regions where the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office advises against all but essential travel. It is a map painted in shades of caution, a stark reminder that while the world holds immense beauty, it also harbours pockets of volatility and danger. This is not a journey for the faint of heart, but a necessary guide for those who seek to understand the complexities of our world. So join us as we navigate these turbulent waters, shedding light on the challenges faced by these regions and emphasizing the importance of responsible and informed travel. Our journey begins in Eastern Europe, in the heart of a continent grappling with the ramifications of conflict. Belarus, a nation often overshadowed by its larger neighbours, finds itself thrust onto the world stage, not for reasons of celebration, but due to its precarious geopolitical position. As the closest ally of Russia in its ongoing conflict with Ukraine, Belarus has become a nation on edge, its borders tense, its future uncertain. The echoes of war reverberate through its cities and towns, casting a long shadow over its people. The British government, in response to the heightened risks, has issued a stark warning: avoid all but essential travel to Belarus. The reasons are multifaceted, ranging from the potential for spillover of the conflict in Ukraine to the Belarusian government's own crackdown on dissent. The presence of Russian military forces within Belarus further complicates the situation, creating an unpredictable and volatile environment. The threat of accidental escalation, of miscalculation, hangs heavy in the air. For travellers, this means exercising extreme caution. The usual tourist attractions, the cultural exchanges, the simple joys of discovery, all pale in comparison to the very real dangers that exist within Belarus's borders. The risks are simply too great, the potential consequences too dire to justify anything but the most essential of journeys. We must remember that travel, at its core, is about experiencing the world in all its diversity and wonder, but it is also about respecting the realities on the ground, acknowledging the complexities of our world, and prioritizing the safety and well-being of ourselves and others. In the case of Belarus, that respect demands caution, demands restraint, demands a recognition of the fragility of peace in a region teetering on the brink. For now, we can only hope for a swift and peaceful resolution to the conflict, for a return to stability that will allow Belarus to once again welcome visitors with open arms. Until then, we must heed the warnings, stay informed, and allow this nation to find its footing amidst the turbulence. From Belarus, we shift our focus eastward to the sprawling expanse of Russia. This vast nation, spanning 11 time zones and encompassing a tapestry of cultures and landscapes, finds itself painted in a stark shade of red on the travel advisory map. The message is clear: avoid all travel to Russia. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine casts a long shadow over the entire country, creating an environment fraught with risk and uncertainty. The reasons for this advisory are manifold. The conflict itself poses a significant threat, with the potential for escalation and unpredictable violence. But beyond the immediate dangers of war, there are broader concerns about the political climate within Russia. The government's crackdown on dissent, its increasingly authoritarian tendencies, and its tightening grip on information create an atmosphere of unease, particularly for foreign nationals. Travel to Russia, once a journey of discovery and cultural exchange, has become a gamble with unpredictable stakes. The usual tourist infrastructure, the comforting presence of familiar brands and services, may no longer be readily available. Communication, always crucial for travelers, could be hampered by restrictions on internet access and government monitoring, and the risk of finding oneself caught in the crosshairs of a volatile political situation is all too real. For those who dream of exploring Russia's vast wilderness, marveling at its architectural wonders, or immersing themselves in its rich culture, the current situation is undoubtedly disheartening, but we must remember that travel is not about ticking off destinations on a bucket list, but about experiencing the world responsibly and ethically. To travel to Russia now, under the cloud of conflict and political repression would be to disregard the very real risks involved and potentially contribute to a system that is causing immense suffering. It is a time for empathy, for solidarity with the people of Ukraine, and for a recognition that sometimes the most responsible form of travel is to stay put, to educate ourselves about the complexities of the world, and to advocate for peace and understanding from afar. Let us hope that a brighter future awaits Russia, one where its borders are open to exploration and cultural exchange, and where its people are free to live in peace and prosperity. Our journey takes us now to the African continent, to the vibrant and diverse nation of Nigeria. Here, the travel advisory map paints a more nuanced picture, a tapestry of green, orange, and red, reflecting the complex realities of this vast country. While certain regions beckon with the promise of cultural immersion and natural beauty, others remain off-limits, shrouded in a cloak of caution. Northern Nigeria, particularly the northeastern states of Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa, has been ravaged by the insurgency of Boko Haram, a militant Islamist group known for its brutality and disregard for human life. These areas, shaded in deep red on the advisory map, represent zones of extreme danger where kidnappings, bombings, and armed conflict are tragically commonplace. Travel to these regions is not advised under any circumstances, as the risks to personal safety are simply too great. Even for seasoned adventurers, the dangers posed by Boko Haram are insurmountable, demanding a level of security and logistical support that is simply not feasible for ordinary travelers. However, to paint all of Nigeria with the same brush would be a disservice to this multifaceted nation. The southern regions, home to bustling cities like Lagos and Abuja, as well as breathtaking natural wonders, offer a stark contrast to the turmoil of the north. Here, the advisory map reveals swathes of green, indicating that travel is generally safe, though caution and awareness are still advised. Nigeria, like many countries grappling with internal strife, presents a complex dilemma for travelers. The desire to experience its rich culture, to witness its natural wonders, to connect with its resilient people is understandable. But this desire must be tempered with a healthy dose of realism, a recognition that certain regions remain off-limits, not out of disrespect for their inhabitants, but out of a deep concern for the safety and well-being of both travelers and locals. It is a reminder that responsible travel requires careful planning, thorough research, and a willingness to adapt itineraries to reflect the realities on the ground. Our final destination takes us to the Caribbean, to the island nation of Haiti. Here, amidst the turquoise waters and swaying palm trees, lies a nation grappling with profound challenges. The entire country is currently designated as a no-go zone by the British government, reflecting deep-seated issues. Haiti's troubles stem from political instability, gang violence, and natural disasters. The assassination of its president in 2021 plunged the country into chaos, creating a power vacuum. Gangs control vast swathes of the country, making everyday life a perilous struggle. The Haitian National Police struggle to maintain order, leaving citizens to fend for themselves. Earthquakes, hurricanes, and floods have repeatedly ravaged the island, exacerbating vulnerabilities. For travelers, the message is clear. Haiti is too dangerous to visit at present. While the allure of pristine beaches and vibrant culture is strong, prioritize personal safety. Let us hope that Haiti can find a path towards peace, stability, and prosperity. As we conclude our journey through these troubled regions, it's important to remember that the world is a vast and diverse place full of wonder, beauty, and opportunity for exploration. However, it is equally important to acknowledge that not all corners of our planet are safe havens for carefree travel. By staying informed about global events, heeding travel advisories, and making responsible choices, we can ensure our journeys are enriching and safe, allowing us to experience the world's wonders without jeopardizing our well-being or contributing to the problems of vulnerable regions. Remember, responsible travel is about more than just ticking off destinations on a bucket list. It's about engaging with the world in a way that is both personally fulfilling and ethically sound. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of cautionary tales, and may your future travels be filled with wonder, discovery, and above all, safety.